Magic is a fickle thing, and with one unlucky toss, her treasure vanished into the bottomless well.
This is the tale of the Frog Prince, a story that proves a true princess is...
Long ago, when wishes still worked their magic, there lived a king whose daughters were all beautiful. The youngest, however, was so lovely that even the sun was dazzled whenever it shone upon her face. Near the king's castle lay a dark, ancient forest, and in the middle of it, under an old lime tree, was a well so deep that no one could see the bottom. The youngest princess often went into this forest. When the day was hot, she would sit by the side of the cool well and play with a golden ball. It was her most precious possession. She would toss it high into the air and catch it with delight. But one day, the golden ball did not fall back into her small hands. It struck the ground, rolled toward the edge of the well, and went plop into the water. The princess watched it sink until it vanished into the darkness. She began to cry so loudly that the very trees seemed to pity her.
Why do you weep, O king's daughter? I am weeping because my golden ball has fallen into the well.
Be quiet and do not weep. I can help you. But what will you give me if I fetch your toy?
Whatever you want, dear frog. My clothes, my pearls, my jewels, even the golden crown I am wearing.
I do not care for your pearls or your diamonds, but if you will love me, let me be your companion, sit next to you at your table, eat from your golden plate, drink from your cup, and sleep in your little white bed. If you promise me this, I will go down and bring your ball back.
What nonsense this frog talks. He lives in the water with his own kind, but he might get my ball. Yes, I promise you everything if you only bring my ball back.
As soon as she said this, the frog dipped his head under the water and sank. A moment later, he surfaced with the ball in his mouth and threw it onto the grass. The princess was so overjoyed that she grabbed the ball and ran away toward the palace.
Wait! Take me with you! I cannot run as fast as you.
The next day, as the princess sat at the dinner table with the king and his courtiers, eating from her little golden plate, something came scurrying up the marble stairs. Splat, splash, splat, splash. There was a knock at the door, and a voice cried,
Youngest daughter of the king, open the door for me. Do you not know what you said to me by the cool waters of the well?
The princess ran to the door and opened it. When she saw the frog, she slammed the door shut and sat down again, looking pale and terrified. The king noticed her trembling and asked,
My child, what are you afraid of? Is there a giant at the door coming to take you away?
No, it is a disgusting frog who took my golden ball out of the well. I promised him he could live with me, but I never thought he could leave the water.
That which you have promised, you must perform. Go and let him in.
She opened the door, and the frog hopped in, following her to her chair. "Lift me up," he croaked. She hesitated until the king commanded her to do it.
Now push your golden plate nearer to me, so that we may eat together.
She did so, but every bite she took felt like lead in her stomach. The frog enjoyed his meal immensely, but the princess could hardly swallow.
I have eaten and am full. I am tired now. Carry me up to your room and prepare your silken bed so that we may sleep.
The princess began to cry. She was afraid of the cold, damp frog and could not bear the thought of him sleeping in her beautiful, clean bed. But the king grew angry and said,
"He helped you when you were in trouble, and you must not despise him now."
She picked the frog up with 2 fingers and carried him to her room. She put him in a corner, but as she lay in bed, he hopped over to her side. "I am tired," he said. "I want to sleep as comfortably as you. Lift me up, or I will tell your father." At that moment, the princess reached her limit. She picked him up, but instead of fear, she felt a strange sense of duty and compassion. Some say she threw him against the wall in anger. Others say she kissed him out of pity. The moment she touched him with true intent, a flash of light filled the room. The frog was gone. Standing there was a prince. He told her that an evil witch had enchanted him, and no one could have delivered him from the well except the princess herself. The next morning, a magnificent carriage drawn by 8 white horses arrived. Behind the carriage stood the prince's faithful servant, Henry. When his master was turned into a frog, Henry had been so overcome with grief that he had bound 3 iron bands around his heart to keep it from bursting with sadness. As the prince and princess climbed into the carriage to head to the prince's kingdom, a loud crack was heard. One by one, the bands snapped as they drove away. The prince and princess reached their kingdom, married, and lived in happiness and honesty for the rest of their days.